Alright, so we'll fix this lens, okay, in this lens holder, and then we'll place it on the stand, okay, to find the rough focal length. Okay, so in order to find the rough focal length, we'll place it over here. Okay. Just make sure that when you're finding a rough focal length, the lens and the screen, they are parallel. Okay, they are parallel to one another. Okay, they are parallel. They are not tilted. This is not tilted like this or like this, or neither is the screen been tilted like this or like this. All right, so they are parallel to one another. Okay, each other, and then you try to find the rough focal length. Okay, so on the screen, if you see, there's an image that has been formed. Now if you come very close, the image becomes clear, and if you go further, it again blurs. Okay, so just place it at a point where you get a clear image. Okay, wherever you are getting a clear image, you stop at that point. Okay, so suppose you are getting a clear image over here. Okay, and you will calculate the length. So you will calculate the length from the point, this point, okay, till where the screen is. Okay, so if you won't take this point over here because the screen is over here, so you'll the middle of this screen, you will take that point. Okay, so it is coming around 10 centimeters. Okay, so this you can take it as your rough focal length. So on your in your manual, if you'll see, you have the observation calculation over here. So rough focal length, you take it as 10 centimeters. All right, focus it. So yeah, over here the focal length of a convex mirror. So what we found out, convex lens is 10 centimeter. All right, now for the calculation, we'll just do for index correction. If you see index correction over here, how to do the index correction? For that we'll require a knitting needle. All right, so we'll get a knitting needle. So in the apparatus, we already saw the knitting needle. Okay, so basically what we'll be doing is we'll be doing a correction between the object lens and the lens. So this is where you place your object, and this is the point, okay, or the upright on which you will place your lens. Okay, when you are arranging the apparatus, just make sure all the points are collinear, okay, or they are of same height. Okay, so there is an imaginary line that is passing, that you have to assume, okay, from the center of the lens. That will be your principal axis. Now this point should exactly coincide with your principal axis, and the same should happen on the other side. So here you see this point is a little, so you have to bring it down. Okay, this is the maximum it can go down. Okay, all right, so it is almost perfect. Okay, now you will place your object needle at 0. Okay, so you will place it at 0. All right, and using your knitting needle, you will measure the distance between the object and the lens. Before that, you have to know what is the length of the knitting needle. Okay, so first thing, you will calculate the length of the knitting needle. That will be, you will be keeping it at 0. Okay, so one point will be coinciding with 0, and you will get the other point. So here you see it is at coinciding, the point is coinciding over here with 0, and here you are getting a reading, okay, over here somewhere. Okay, so this is 24.3. okay, so it is coming as 24.3. that will be your actual length of knitting needle. So you find out the actual length of knitting needle, that is your x, that is 24.3. okay, so 24.3 centimeters, that is your actual length. Now you will find the length between the object needle and the lens. Okay, so how you will find it out? You'll take the tip to tip, okay, and make sure that it coincides. Okay, you can do it other way around, and it should touch the center of the lens. Okay, Now once it does that, you'll take the reading. So this is at 0, so whatever the reading we are getting over here, this reading, it is coming as 5 and 6, so it is coming as 24.6. so that will be your y is, yeah, so focus over here. So y is 24.6 centimeters. All right, so the observed distance between the object needle and the lens. Okay, so this is your object needle, and this is your lens. Whatever the distance is, that is we denoted as y. Now we can calculate for z or z, that is the distance between the lens and the image needle. So this is your image needle and this is your lens. So either you can place your lens over here on 0, okay, and then find your distance between the lens and the image needle. Okay, so again the same process. Okay, okay, so this is coming to, so this is 24, so this is 24.5, 6, 7, so 24.7 it is coming. So z is coming as 24.7 centimeters. All right, so you got your value for x, y and z over here. All right, now index correction for u, that is the index correction for u would be between the object and the lens. So this is your object and this is your lens. So distance between this correction that you have to do is your u. So that would be x, that is the length of the knitting needle, and the length that you have calculated of the knitting needle between these two. So that is your 24.3 minus 24.6. So that will be minus 0.3 centimeters. And then you will be finding index correction for v, that is x minus z, that is x is your 24.3 minus z is 24.7. so that will be, again it will come in minus 0.4 centimeters. Alright, so this is the part of your index correction which you will be using in the calculation to correct the readings that you are getting for u and for v. Okay, now in the experiment, the first thing, in the observation table you see you have the object needle. Now for this experiment, the object needle you will always keep it at 0. So you fix your object needle at 0. It will always be at 0. Okay, you won't move this in the entire experiment. All right, then your lens, second part is your lens. Lens will be first you will take it as 2f. So you have your f, that is your rough focal length, it is 10. So the second, so 2f would be 20. So this will be 0, this will be 20. Okay, so using, what is the use of your taking a rough focal length? To find 2f, from where you will start the reading. Okay, so this is your 2f. Okay, so you kept it at 20. All right, now as per the theory, we know that if the object is at 2f, the image will also be formed at 2f. So your image will come at around 40. Okay, so at around 40 you will get a reading. Okay, yes, so around 40 you will get a reading. Now we'll just find it out that whether we have been able to remove the parallax. So what is a parallax? So I'll just give you an explanation in the theory part. Here we'll just do the practical thing. Okay, so in other video I'll explain you what the parallax is, but over here in a simple language I'll just try to explain that whenever there are 2 points, it should coincide. So whenever you're observing it, both the needles, this needle and this needle, would coincide. So what is this needle? Is your object needle. When it passes, the light comes, hits here and passes through the lens, it gets inverted. So this needle you will see as inverted. Now where it is inverted, you will be using this needle to find it out. Now, parallax is that if you are, suppose you are watching two things, okay, they appear to be in same line, but if you see from the left hand side or the right hand side, there is a gap in them, okay. But if they are at the same point, okay, if they are merging together, even from the left or the right, if you see, they are together. So this is what we call as removing parallax, okay. All right, so this for the depth, so there can be an error if you are watching it from straight. There can be an error that you assume that they are coinciding, but if you see, they are not coinciding, but there is a gap, okay. So once we remove the parallax, even when you move on the left or right hand side, you will be able to see that they are coinciding. So that is what we have to do over here.